Okay, so it is Mean Fomhar, the 19th Moon's Day. This is the day following Sunny Day, the holy day that Caden would have spent. Now that's when you will begin your adventure. So actually, it's the 18th Sunday. You notice in the past week it has gotten colder. The winds have picked up. Soon you'll probably need to carry some equipment for the increasing cold. And the evening at the Bristleback Inn.
Nice.
Well,
I have, it's all working for me now, including the music in the background.
oh great.
I just,
It's not,
shut down some other programs that were running and shut down Safari and just opened Firefox, and now it seems to be loading fine.
great. It wasn't working for me, so I'm reloading it.
Let's see.
There we go. Okay, so at the Bristleback Inn tonight, some of the people that you see here. First of all, as usual, any number of workers, people that have been constructing the tenements and houses, as well as others who have made their way here, and you've started to see familiar faces over the past 2 or 3 weeks, as the ferry has come less and less often. In fact, no ferry has come since it brought the merchants. And the merchants await a late ferry, which has not arrived to allow them to depart. And so some of them are here. Some of the guards are at the inn drinking. And with them is a woman of slightly less than middle age who is kind of a stoutly built woman wearing robes, and she's chatting and joking and talking with them. And with many of the workers, there is a strangely and ostentatiously dressed man. And then you, the other thing that's happened in the past few days is a few days ago, several people had entered here through the west. They were not refugees. And apparently they had, and you've heard their story, some of them are drinking here tonight. They were wayfarers and traders, and they had traveled from the west through the Forest of Hope and apparently lost half their number and barely made it out alive themselves. And they have since warned of extremely dangerous travel to the west over land. It seems that you are all landlocked here until the ferries can come and go. That's who you see in the inn. Okay, what do you do, Seamus?
I suggest, depending on what time of the day is, we all refresh our supplies that we depleted in our last visit to the ruins. And so Seamus will have gotten 3 torches and a pint of oil. So that would have been, I guess, prior to the evening if we had time. Alaric, was there something you wanted to do during the daytime?
I had a main question of, I wasn't clear on the so the ferry hasn't come in, that I got, and then something about the road to the west, that is the road out of here, in other words, you're saying, but they don't mean like up and down that we've been doing, they mean the main travel road to the west is out?
So you've actually traveled this road before. It's that disused...
Standing stone?
Yeah, it's the one where you destroyed the standing stone. And you could tell that there were footpaths, whether animal or man, that continued on to the west. It seems at some point in the past that was a road. You've heard it referred to as merely the old path.
Got it. What about in continuation? We said, what about the clerics? Have they still around with us? Because so far we had them on a couple trips.
The clerics, yes.
I
The
apologize.
fighter,
Yes,
maybe.
Myrna, Merrick, and Blathen are here. And what's the name of the person that you've been taking care of, Gerald?
Gelver.
Oh yeah, the crazy guy.
What'd you say his name was?
Gelver.
Gilver.
Gelver.
Yeah. He has started to talk. So, in the past week.
God bless.
Yeah, I think the fighter left, right?
Yes.
No more fade helm. Brother Caden, what were you doing in our brief, I guess, downtime since we last visited the ruins?
He was out ministering to people and trying to get everybody's spirits up.
Okay. And Father Flanagan, are you with us again?
Yes, through the magic of technology, I can talk
While
I'm
driving.
Yeah,
5-6.
you're not supposed to-
What
Yeah,
was
I'm in a
Flanagan
small-
doing? Yeah, doing the last couple days.
Flanagan has been walking his mule, Birdie, and has been scoping out spots for a house of the pines, and talking to people about lumber prices and that kind of thing. And I'd like to imagine that he actually put some stakes in the ground somewhere, and has started speaking to Odo about whether he's okay with that location. That's it.
And
Let's see.
Odo's like, so long as you pay for a license and a title, you can make you can have a piece of the land here. You've certainly earned it, Flanagan, and the rest of you too.
Well, I endeavor to earn it that much the more as time goes on. How much is a claim for a piece of land like that?
It may seem like a lot, but I charge 50 gold pieces. That's what I'd pay then to Lord Meriadoc, or that I could even bring the money to them, or if the patrols come by and take it.
Oh, that's nothing. I'll just I'll end my part there so I can listen.
Yes, if Seamus was around to hear this conversation where Flanagan's side of it, his facial expressions will be going crazy as we sing. It's, what do you mean it's nothing? It's something. It's like, anyway, so he sort of frowns. How many days have we been back from the ruins? Do we know how much upkeep?
Isn't it 3 days?
3 days, so 3 gold for room and board. Those of us that don't have animals. In fact, I'm going to.
And
Just so I
anyone
don't
storing
forget.
equipment, it would be, of course, 7 days. And then, yeah.
All but will have 7 days because everybody's storing.
Yeah, I guess I will start that soon here. Where's...
Because nobody's carrying their gold with them all around.
And I probably won't be once we go back. So that would be 3. So minus 3. 5. Minus 13 for resupplying. 13 or 1.3 silver. Alright. So yeah, so I resupplied and everything else, and so I guess we're here the evening before we are going to delve back into the ruins the next day, I think is the plan. So, gentlemen, drink a toast on good Father Flanagan's pitcher of ale here to the success of tomorrow's venture. Anybody have any idea other than to? I guess we were talking about going back to the area where the lava was, the large room with the chains hanging from the ceiling. Alaric?
I suggest that. Well, actually, not suggest. I had mentioned getting some kind of thing that I could pour out and stuff like that. So Ross can let me know the mechanics of how much I spend on that, whether it be wheat, dirt, whatever is simple.
Yeah.
Because
Flour.
like two bags, of, a couple bags of flour, whatever.
A little bit of flour, yes. So it
rather
seems
than
to work
gathering
well.
dirt. And the other thing I was going to say is I liked those clerics. I'd like to, see if we can get them again. And I saw somebody in robes. We haven't had anybody in robes, and I'd like to bestow much largesse to keep somebody in robes around.
You think they're that sort of robed person, eh?
I hope so. But, if they are that sort, I want to keep them.
Well, I assume they'd
so-
have a holy symbol if they were a cleric.
We'll find out.
Never know. Depends on the cleric.
Bless you.
If you wish, I can approach her and see if she is, why she has come to Zelkor's Ferry. So, Seamus will sort of swagger over there in his Seamus way. Ah, good woman. You appear to be a new face to our lovely settlement here. Can you tell me what brings you to the Zelkor's Ferry?
Oh, hello. My name is Elish, and I am a bit of a researcher, actually. I've heard that there was all sorts of interesting and strange things here, and I made my way here by ferry to try to learn of it, but I haven't had much luck. There's someone down by the docks, and he doesn't seem to want to speak with me. But I've been wanting to try to find what anyone has brought back from the Dungeon
sorry
of
sound.
Graves.
It's a sound. Not funny that you mentioned that, but I couldn't imagine even a sorry saw not being glad to speak a few words to your winsome face, my lady. Yes. Where are my manners? And he'll do an awkward bow that's totally incorrect. I am Seamus McLuhan of Hibernia, but you all call it something else here on this island. But yes, my friends and I, and I'll just the dowdy. I'm just a mere assistant to the fine fellows you see over to that table there. They are the real heroes. They've been in there multiple times and carried out some gold and some great tales, and even better, some of these items that you perhaps speak of. And of course, I'm not saying what a researcher is. Is that someone who searched once and then lost it again and had to search again?
Yes, it's something like that. And she gets lost on a train of thought when you bring it up, and she actually starts to think about the word and everything. And then
Seamus will
fetch the spider head.
Seamus will blank for a minute while she does her linguistics dance. Perhaps I will invite you over to meet my friends. It's like they could tell you tales and discuss what they may have found. I do remember the last time we went there, we found a book that was written in a strange tongue we could not that we could not decipher. But anyway, if you would come over, I don't mean to interrupt your time here with your new friends, but if you would care to, when you're ready, you can come over and have a sip of ale or wine, what have you, and they could tell you their tales and perhaps let you know if there's anything that we would have that would be worth you taking a look at.
that would be amazing. Please excuse me, Brendan, friends. Oh, yes. And she gets up and excitedly comes over to the table and doesn't even introduce herself. And she's like, is it true that you've been into,
Yes.
you
We have.
Incredible.
Yeah, so, dear gentlemen, this is the lovely Eilish. She is a scholar and a searcher beginner, and she's wants to know about any interesting artifacts or things that we've pulled, or you, I should say, have pulled out of the ruins.
Have you seen any symbols? Anything drawn? Books? Something? Vellum? Murals? And then she keeps going on and won't even let you answer.
Hang on. So, yes, though we have, in fact, a book which we were not able to translate, and which I think we would be happy to let you take a peek at.
That's incredible. Yes, please.
I got something even better, though. Do you want to see a giant spider head?
Yes.
Let me go get it.
You know your audience, man.
Oh, what's wrong with her?
Yeah.
So here it is.
Plop down a giant spider web in the tavern. Everybody's like, oh, and the music, and whoever's playing music stops, and
Yep, the big head.
becomes quiet. Some people start to leave.
Different types of coins, but to each their own.
But she's like enthralled. She's like, oh my, oh wow, it's true.
You hold it?
Yes.
Here, take.
She takes the mucky,
Use both hands.
partially dried, disgusting part of the spider web. She takes a look at the mandible and the mouth. She looks into its eyes. She's like, this is incredible. It's not exactly the same as the spiders that are native here in Albion. This is something from other. Wow. And she starts just going on about the spider.
I bring up that we ran into some symbols written somewhere. We didn't get a chance to copy them because none of us are particularly, that bent, but not bent, meaning of that type. And, that might be something she might be interested in seeing, too.
And we could guard you while you record some of these things, if you wish.
Oh, me. Oh, dear. I'm going to roll a reaction roll for that. Oh, that one was bad. Oh, that was really bad.
Uh-oh.
She's like, well, you see, I'm not exactly, and I don't know what to say. This woman is not athletic. And
Well, perhaps we could bring back some drawings for you.
yes, that would be incredible. That would be fantastic. And the ferry hasn't come anyways, and even if it did, I came here to try to find this, and at my expense. Yes, I'd be willing to pay less. More. Yes.
Okay, excellent. So, good woman Eilish, you are strictly a scholar and do not involve yourself in going out to the field to collect the objects of interest?
Out of character, she's not going to do that right now. But, if she gets around, you get to know her, and
And if she gets
confidence.
She is a level 3 magic user.
We should ask her if she's interested. You already said it. Don't forget it. You said you were going to show her a book to see if she had a...
Yes, the book. The book is of high interest. I mean, of course, the spider head is fascinating. That's the word I'm looking for. Fascinating. And Seamus kind of turns his head and makes a face. Yes, the book. Who has the book? Kind of glance around at everybody.
I hung on to it, I guess.
Yeah.
I passed it. And by the way, I do have a record of everything we've gotten in the back of this book.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't think Hayden would want that.
What's your name again?
Eilish.
Like, as in Billy.
Yeah.
I get you.
That
actually did help. I was spelling it wrong.
I don't know. But she says, may I see the book? You're muted.
Grab your hands.
Oh, okay. She
Oh, dear Alex, stop teasing her and let her handle
Oh, I'm sorry.
the book.
I don't think I was pressing to talk because I wasn't looking up. I said it's a book portfolio case with a scroll in it. Is it a book or is it I didn't understand what that meant.
I imagine it's kind of a protective thing. It's like a, I don't know, like a briefcase. You know what I'm talking
Got it.
about? Like
So the scroll is the meat of it. Got it. It's
Like
not
a
book, it's
an
scroll.
envelope.
So I pull out the scroll from the case and I gently unravel it and hand it to her with much care. To hopefully she applies the same care on it.
She sees that you're unraveling it, and she ravels it back up. She's like, no. Ooh, and maybe we shouldn't touch it. We should be very careful with this. I saw part of one of the symbols. I hope that wasn't too much already. Yes, you have found...
I stuff it back in the thing quick.
This is from the time this is from the time when the battle took place here back in the war centuries ago. This is incredible. This is let me see. Where is it? Yes, the followers of the god of death, Arthur's knights, when the old kingdom was here in Albion and the battle took place. This scroll may be one of their works of chaos, or at least other.
Dear Eilish, when you say god of death, you don't mean like restful death and peaceful places with grapes being fed to you, and not that type of god of death, I assume.
No, not our god of light. No, the god of death is a being, a demonic being of chaos. It wants to bring all of the dead to life and all of the life to death.
Yeah.
In an entropic cataclysm that destroys everything.
That doesn't sound fun.
No, I don't know what entropic is, but it doesn't sound good at all. Is
Sounds
there?
restful.
Why are you afraid of looking at it? What might happen if someone looks at it?
Oh, I think I could be. I think I could carefully examine it in a way to try to study it. I'm confident that I can, but I will need to be very careful, and it will take some time. If you simply unroll the scroll and observe the symbols, it's an expression of whatever person bound or connected this to either to the other or to chaos. And so simply unfurling it and allowing your eyes to look on it, they may want you to do that. I can't say for sure.
A lot of words to say it may be trapped.
Normally,
Yes, well,
traps involve being some sort of hazard, something that wounds you or poisons you.
Yeah,
A trap
it
that
could be
poisons your mind. That's new.
It could be a magic trap, yes. I've heard of those back in Hibernia, but I've never actually encountered it myself. Perhaps, Eilish, could we trust you to hold on to it to us until we return?
Yes, I think you can. I'm going to get a room here, and I'll set to work right away and trying to carefully examine this. I will tirelessly do this. By the time you return, I will hopefully, I'm sure it'll be fine, know what this says.
And we come back
Without
and
ill effect.
I hope the inn is still here.
the town is full of demons.
She seems
Whoops.
confident. That said, I do want to check with you. Are you an applied researcher of the other, or purely theoretical?
Well,
I mean, allow me to evade. Actually, I am being perambulatory. Can you do magic?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good.
No, as far as those things of chaos, I've read a lot about it, and of course I do understand some ways to access chaos. Not that I would ever do it. I would never do that. But
And I kill people with a sword for a living. It's fine.
Oh,
I'm not going to get on. It's fine. I'm not going to judge you, and I trust you. You seem fine. I just sort of look across to Dan. I'm not doing it so. I'm a little drunk. Let me get something else to drink. Be right back.
So I bring it back and say we would appreciate you learn. We weren't aware because none of us are particularly adept in the mystical arts of that sort. Our priest here is familiar with the divine arts.
Many of us can't read either, so.
And there's that. There's that. I was raised in a monastery. I did learn to read. But yes, it would be we'd appreciate it if you could let us know what it is, and of course in a way that is safe for you and the rest of it. We weren't even aware with our ignorance that we were carrying something that could be a ticking bomb for our minds or bodies.
Yes, I look forward to studying it. At this, you can see the extravagantly dressed man at the table with the workers has been. You can tell that he's been watching.
Ooh.
We may have to investigate that, right?
Watching in what way? Like, are they? He's sort of like looking over his shoulders, kind of thing.
Well, two things have happened. One is that Gerald brought in a monstrous spider head.
Right.
It cleared out part of the tavern when it happened and set it to silence otherwise when it was kind of plopped on the table. But then otherwise, there's this kind of large book protector kind of thing, and then this scroll in it. And
Right.
this woman is being loud in her excitement about this. She's not hiding any of this. So he has been watching this happen.
Oh, right.
Does he have like a holy symbol or everything else?
No, he's dressed in unusually bright colors, and you can see that his some of his, like his, what do I say, his cloak pin is made of silver and threaded with gold, and he's wearing
Glee
rings.
man?
Huh?
Is he a glee man? Does he look like some kind of traveling minstrel or something?
He does look as if he's like some kind of traveling minstrel, but you're not sure what his deal is. No.
Flanagan will lean back in his chair, it's like back to look at him at his table, and just say, "You're interested in our conversation, friend?"
He talks over to the workers he's talking to, and then looks back at you, and then he glides over, and he's like, "Well, yes, I am."
Joe Suzu, go ahead.
Who might you be, fancy boy?
I'm Falbe the Fabulous, at your service. Expert of the arcane arts. And at this, the woman is kind of like, looks kind of uncomfortable and downcast, and like, oh no.
Do you know each other?
We've never met before. You must be another refugee or something. Anyways, and then he ignores her and looks back at you all. I couldn't help but hear that you're adventurers, and that perhaps you're looking for arcane expertise. That is my specialty.
Well,
You have
first things
Sorry.
first things first. I just want to be clear that what we have going on at this table, this conversation with this kind lady here, is this book is between us and her. I just want to make sure that there's not going to be any kind of competition happening here. And I want you, when I look at the lady, I want you to know that what we just agreed on is between us, and for you, kind sir, this is quite frankly private, but we can have another conversation now. And I put away this book and to give to her after this conversation.
Oh, yes, of course. Whatever your business is, I don't mean to interfere at all. I just thought that you might be interested, but that's okay. If you aren't interested in speaking with the greatest master of magic that the entire province knows, that is Falba the Fabulous. That's fine.
I'll stick out my hand. Tholve, good night. Seamus McLuhan, trap finder. So, Tholve, what brings you to Zelkor's Ferry? Seems a bit out of the way for the most well-known person of magical arts in the entire province.
Yes, I came here because I was following merchants via the ferry, and unfortunately, as you have seen, the ferries they don't come and go like they used to. But
You came to catch a boat?
no,
You came from the ferry or to catch the ferry?
I came from the ferry to catch a merchant, and we have discussed our business. I had hoped to leave in short order, and unfortunately I haven't been able to. But it's all as well, because I have bestowed my gifts onto Zelkor's Ferry. Why, you can see how quickly even in the autumn, how the turnips grow. Have you noticed? Have you noticed how quickly that the tenements are being brought up? The strength of our workers here in Zelkor's Ferry.
No.
Go on.
Yeah, we'll size him up. It's like, we
I'm
know
sure
our
that you've
own.
noticed how the rains have been kept from an early winter, so that the turnips could grow. There are many different things where I can read the stars. And
You're a druid?
no, those barbarians. No.
I'm sorry, do you mean to say that you are responsible for all good fortunes which have fallen upon Zelkor's Ferry in the recent weeks?
Well, most of them.
By what mechanism?
Well, through years of study and mastery of the arcane.
I'd sort of look over to Ailish for a second, then back at him. So, what is it you'd say you do here?
Bob, do you say that to Felba the Fabulous?
To Felba the Fabulous, and let me add him to the list. Answer.
Well, yes, I help people. Just for the time being, I do charge for my services, and that's why I wanted to just let you know if you're interested in accessing the esoteric, the very deepest secrets of our world. It's just something that I can do, but just wanted to let you know. It just sounded like that might be something you're interested in. He gets up to leave.
Well, hang on. What specific magics do you employ in the course of a hazardous situation?
For one,
Have you been to...
I'm a master of the protection against the underworld. Secondly, I can make an apparition appear that will distract those things from underneath and fool them. And also, I can cast on a passageway an impenetrable field such that no one can pass. And I can even gather together the winding webs of reality into existence to hold whole portions of an army in place.
I just sort of lean over to Ailish briefly. Are these real spells?
She nods sheepishly.
Okay. Have you ever been in a place like the underworld that we are proposing to go? Because it's a lot.
Oh,
It's not pretty.
oh, of course. This isn't my first time. You haven't read my books then, I guess. Oh, no, you probably can't read. Well,
Sir.
if you had read my books, you would know that I've traveled to the underworld many times.
Out of character, I believe this guy is the guy that my Call of Cthulhu character keeps referring to with all his BS stories that I use I refer to it as if it's real, and everyone thinks I'm giving knowledge, but I'm actually reporting a pulp magazine exploits, and they're using it to try to save themselves, and it's worthless. But yeah, this guy's that guy.
I'm trying to decide. Like, I don't think he's lying about being able to cast spells.
Me neither.
I don't think we can trust him to do anything sensible in the dungeon.
Well, how much are your services?
Ah, yes. Well,
Brass tacks.
the most important thing, if Felba the Fabulous is to lead you to victory, is it must be known once it's written down. I'll need your collaboration to let others know our adventures and how I led you in them. And then, of course, a portion of the pay. And anything that we find that is like that book.
Even share is what you'll get, and you'll be glad to get it, and you'll get less than that if I see a smack a coward inside of you, fancy man.
I try to say that a little more sweetly.
Even share is pretty good.
Well,
Because because I have some charisma.
So does Seamus, and he usually
Okay.
uses it, but apparently he's taken against this fellow for whatever reason.
My bad,
Can't,
Seamus.
can't
I.e.
imagine why.
Recognizes his own.
An even share, and if we find something strange like that,
It comes out of your share.
oh, very well.
You'll have preferential choice.
Fine.
Seamus just kind of shakes his head, feeling like, oh god.
Well, it sounds like we have quite the day tomorrow, so
Dress warm.
rest.
The journey overland is perilous, and we usually can't afford to risk a fire at night. Get yourself a
We
very
depart-
good blanket and bedroll if you can.
That's good beginner's advice. I was going to suggest that to you all. I should say you should all get some rest as well. I think that's always best if you're going to travel to the underworld.
I
Good
will do that,
night!
Felda.
And he flourishes out of the...
Wait. I will say to him, I'll ask him actually, do you have any form of levitation or flying abilities that you can bring up and have ready in case?
She's the lady says, and then she realizes she's too scared to go in the dungeon. She doesn't say anything.
I was trying to get him before he left, is what I meant.
Yeah, and he says,
Perhaps.
he says, I'm sure that I can find a tool for whatever it is that we need.
Okay.
And
sounds good.
otherwise,
I mumble and
words,
whatever.
no. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mumble and I go, yeah, all right.
Okay. Seamus.
What a great guy.
Oh, he's a pip.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be great.
yeah.
He might die horribly, but yeah.
I
Seamus
think
is
that would also be great.
Yeah, I just want to make sure he goes with us because I don't trust him around her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the main reason I wanted him with us, even with his furbery.
So has Paisling been seen in the last week, Ross, or has she disappeared?
She has not been seen.
Okay. So much
Well,
for
we
her.
might find her later.
I hope she has
All right.
imagine an untimely end.
Oh, that
Cool,
would be
so-
tragic.
So we've got the two clerics are still with us too, right?
3 clerics.
Three
You
clerics.
don't have to take 3 clerics because all these people
Yeah.
get half XP. So there's that.
Yeah, I would like to take 2 clerics? Or
Are you a
even one,
package
is,
deal?
I don't know, depending how they come.
Who wants to? Which of them want to come?
Well, the level 1 one wants to come the most. She's like the one that just wants to die and martyr
You can
herself.
take it out of my
Record.
experience if that's the option.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the level 2 in cleric is the kind of the scaredy cat the most. And then you have an elderly woman, not elderly, but like middle-aged woman who's a level 4 cleric.
Blathan, or is Blathan
Yeah.
the level 2?
And I'm a level 3 cleric.
We
Myrna
got
is
tagged
a
last
level
session,
4
didn't we?
cleric. Murik is a level 2 cleric, is a man. and Blathen is the level 1 cleric, who's a lady, a younger woman.
I think we definitely. I would like, if we're gonna be doing shares. If I definitely would like to take the level 4 one, and maybe the level 1 one. We can be kind. She really wants to go, and it's not much difference between 1 and 2.
Didn't one of them freak out and not want to come back?
That was
the fighter.
Yeah,
That was
five
the fighter.
hours.
Okay. I need to write down these. Maybe someone could write in Discord the names of these people, because I think
One moment. So
They're in the results. You can always look.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yes, thank you.
Because if nothing else, the level 1 one with the Death Wish is a good torchbearer, and it's another body that can help.
Yeah, the only thing is she can't cast.
That's fine. A torchbearer is totally worth it. Just
And
someone
she's a cleric; she can fight.
Okay, let's do it. Blathen, the level 1 cleric, Myrn, the level 4 cleric, and this fellow, hey?
The fellow, yes, in quotes.
Elba the Fabulous.
Right.
Interesting.
Work won't disappear if we don't take her, will she?
Stepping away quickly.
Okay.
Merrick,
Will she disappear, Ross?
no, he is actually a disciple of Myrna, in fact.
Cool.
If
Well,
I need to
that's-
pay her to keep her around, I don't mind doing that.
No, me neither. We have quite the entourage, hey? Pretty awesome. Okay, I'm ready to crack that dungeon. I'll put up
Into the hole.
the map again, just so everybody has it. I'll put up the level 1 as well.
Do I need to pay her to stick around?
So you would know in the past couple of weeks that you've met them that they are actually bound now that they know that people are in need and that chaos taints the earth. They are bound to respond.
Okay.
That's not to say that won't break, but the greatest threat for a cleric is more so that duties call them elsewhere. So they could end up leaving at any time because of that.
Okay.
But Blathen could become like your disciple, Caden.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next morning when you wake up, the winds are now howling over the ground. It is very cold. This isn't a game that has like winter equipment, that would get assumed that you've had to probably at this point obtain furs and things to wear. And you've had to line your armor if you're wearing it. It is a bitter, piercing wind. And otherwise a mostly clear day and it's overcast, but you have good visibility. Where do you go?
How many weeks away is winter now?
It is, let's see, a month. September. A month and a half
Oh, okay.
ish. Well, slightly less than that, like minus a week or two.
Well, that's good.
All right, where do you all go?
Back to the same spot, eh, fellows? To the second level of this place?
Yeah. I guess the route there, we have the usual 3 choices, right? We could either go take the old road, which is straight west and then southwest, up the saddle, which I really don't want to do because we saw some kind of leaf creatures whipping around up there, and then we have along the river, and we didn't meet anybody along the river last time, so maybe
Yeah,
maybe
that
that's-
seems like a better
Yes.
idea to me.
If it's not broken, do not change it. So yes, along the river then.
okay.
Okay. You travel for several hours until you get a couple hours until you get kind of to the saddle, and then you hear howling coming from the other side of this hill.
Just gonna leave that over there.
Could be our friends from last time.
What time of day is it?
It's currently, at this point, it would be about afternoon.
So
think I
they're
see what's going on here.
over the hill, is it maybe out of sight from us right now?
Yes. That is correct.
Have we been to the top of that hill before?
Yeah, we've walked along the peak of it once, very early on. And
Yeah,
actually, a few weeks ago, we went along it as well and saw something right at the peak, the northern peak behind us. Ross, where exactly did we hear this coming from again? I missed your ping.
The other side of this hill.
Oh, okay. Let's just keep moving, friends.
Is it about a half a mile across that saddle, or do we know?
Yeah, that's about right.
All right, yes. Yeah, let us keep moving. No need to tamper with the wolves or whatever.
A magical creature indeed, if it could sense our presence from here. Let's just hope we get lucky.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm having a tech issue that I'm fixing right now. All right. Okay. All right, you make it to about the place as night falls where you camped out last time at the foot of that the hill, and let's see, roll counters. You're able to set up camp. Nothing bothers you throughout the night. However, I'm going to say now it's going to become, with the equipment you have, without a fire, it's going to start causing problems, similar to lack of food or water. I think an alternative in the future might be to have something like a wagon, maybe a mule, and then you could have a bunch of bedding and tents or something. Maybe even then it would be hard without a fire, but it's starting to get cold.
Okay.
So there's a few techniques along these lines which might be of interest. One is we can entrench, dig holes, and cover the holes and put like a candle in them. Just a candle will add a decent amount of heat to a small enclosed area. Two is that we can start the fire before the sun goes down, and then build our bedding over the banked coals, and then we'll have heat to rest on all night, or at least for much of the night, especially if we have fire atop it. Like, you can tell I watch a lot of survival videos on the YouTube, but like there's some tricks we can use to try and keep warm at night without having too obvious a presence. We might be able to deploy them to some degree. I don't actually know how building a fire or not building a fire changes the odds on random encounters at night, so it's hard to judge. But my assumption is that if we get a random encounter at night and it's a bunch of wolves, we're hosed. There's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
We can't see. Even if
That's why the good thing is about that is the weather is nasty, but it's nasty for the other creatures too. I say we build a fire and watch people face away from it.
Yeah. And we've got eight people with us at least. So, I mean, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 10 of us, right?
I say we build a fire and protect it as much as we can from by putting high rocks around it, whatever. And yes, it's still going to light up, but at least it won't be a beacon for the world.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That's why I brought the shovel.
Dig a small
and why don't
pit.
we take the time to make a spot, because we were here last time as well. Why don't we take the time to start building this wall around like a fire camp area that we could come back to next time?
I like that. That's clever.
Good idea there.
Thanks, buddies.
That will take time. That'll
Yeah.
take one.
But just every time we come, we'll just add a little bit to it.
One of these times, yes, we'll take some time out to make a hunting shack.
Yeah. I'm going to mark that on our outside map.
Something crude, but useful to keep the weather off.
As we're I'm guessing, Ross, you're rolling dice, are you? Yeah. Looks like he's. As we're resting, Flanagan, you were getting his fire going, and during a quiet moment, Flanagan just wonders aloud about the fate of the others of Krogon and Kalech, and just says, "Well, you know, just a lot of people came and went. I never thought those fellows would meet their end, but it's been quite some time now. It's been almost a month." And he looks out over the darkening forest, and he just says, I guess best case scenario, they're got captured by some bandits like we did some time ago. But
Gee, I hope they don't attack us.
Friends. Go ahead.
No, I was just chiming in like, I hope we don't run into bandits where they attack us and they're them.
Yeah, you never know. They may converted. You're right.
All right, Seamus, where do you all go?
Is it morning?
Yeah, sorry. So the night before, you all use a fire, and you're able to stay warm. Nothing bothers you through the night, and eventually, on the last watch, the sun rises. Nothing having interrupted your sleep. You don't even hear a house.
We'll put out the fire well, and then proceed to the place we went last time.
Okay, and just to be clear, you all started to build a fire pit and firewall for future use.
Yeah.
With stones and stuff.
With a little bit of time. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Make it to about right here. And Seamus, you roll a d6.
Where is it?
Roll good.
3.
Seamus, you can hear in the distance voices, or something like a voice.
Everybody wait, I hear voices, and I'll hold up my hand and make sure everybody sees it and stop, and then and I'll tell Alaric and Flanagan and Sir Gerald and Brother Caden and the cleric and PCs. I will, and especially, what's his name?
What you mean,
fancy boy.
Felday the Fabulous, of course.
Yes, it's like, and I'll say, I am going to sneak up and listen. So I will try to move up. I think my move suddenly is only like 20 or 25%, so I'll let you roll that, Ross.
Okay.
Let me look at my actual character sheet.
Well, as you start to move, you can see off in the distance that these things are not trying to hide themselves. There's this huge, lumbering, humanoid, shabby figure. And they're off in this ruined cottage here across from the woodline near a road. Looks like
How big are they?
Probably 8 to 9 feet tall. 8 feet tall, maybe.
How many?
How many?
You see 2, but you hear more voices, so there's at least 3.
I'll come back. I think there are 3 or 4 trolls over there, or ogres. I'm not sure. They're big, and I'll put my hand way up.
So they're over
what time of day was it again?
It's currently late in the morning at this point.
They look kind of dumb, but strong.
Thoughts, everyone?
We point that that's where they are, and we should be this way.
Yeah, I'm looking. There's hill with all the terrain.
I would
Is it
prefer to
woods?
avoid them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they have any? So they're like 3 miles off.
Seamus, yeah, you see him a couple miles off in the distance. Yeah.
Okay, so it's fairly clear. Meadows
right
here.
here.
And stuff.
Sorry, go ahead, Seamus.
Yeah, the meadows. There. Yeah, just where he was. Where it pinged. I forget. How do you ping again?
Yeah, they're in the cottage.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and that's. Yeah, and apparently between where they're at, we are, it's thin forest and meadows. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I agree. We should avoid them.
We can always check them
Yeah.
out when we intend to.
Yeah, no use getting distracted from what we're out here to do. You have any experience with fellows like that, old wizard?
He appears. Actually, I'm doing. He says, "Yes, I have seen some things like this before. I agree. I don't think that it would be wise to waste our resources and valuable time on these mindless beasts. I think if we leave them be, then they'll leave us be."
Those are wise words.
Lathan
Works
looks
for me.
disappointed. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Sounds like we'll continue then, hey?
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Let's watch our back trail, though.
Yeah. Big knock on wood. Good luck in the last couple seconds getting up there.
Okay, if somebody can describe where to go. Of note, if you do it wrong, you end up somewhere else. That's the...
Otherworld adventures. So there's that hole.
Someone else can do it
Level
this time.
2.
As long as you know, so the very top where the stairs are is the entrance.
Yeah, and there's basically a hole with a rope down in it that we have to climb down into.
Yeah, it's eventually, though. We first have to go through the bottom door. Then we
Well, I'll
can-
have you guys. I'll have you guys lead that part.
Go for it. You, Dan, you're on it.
Okay, well, we're going to go, come down those stairs. We're going to head to the southernmost of the doors. We're going to be traveling at, reasonable pace that we're paying attention to known things that we know about. We're going to make a left. We're going to go to the end of the hallway, at which we point out to Fabulous here that there's a pit trap at the end of this, and we're keeping an eye out for that sort of thing. So we catty corner around the pit trap to the right, and we continue traveling till as far as we can go, and then we're going to make another right. We're going to pass some caved-in areas. We'll point that out to them. I figured give them a little tour. And we're going to go to the end where it turns to the right. And now we're going to be choice to go to forward or left. We're going to go left. And then we're going to make a left again, following the only way you can go. Pass the door, make another left, and that brings us to the end of a hallway in which we make another right. And now we're in a very large room with braziers. At this point, I regale them that we ran into a green glowing cobra, whatever, and we killed it. And then we look for the secret door passageway that's on the eastern wall, as far as if you're looking at it anyway. And this we're going to crawl and go through there. As soon as I'll lead the way, as soon as we get out from under the statue, I'm going to be looking up to see if there's any more leeches moving in. I'm going to wait and give a good look around with the torch out, doing the whole thing. If I don't see any leeches, I'm going to step out and stand by the entranceway, let everybody come out. We all group together before we continue onward, because we're going to look around carefully. At that point, we are going to go to the doorway straight across, which brings us to the four-way intersection eventually, with a pit in the middle, ladder going down, and then our rope thing from there down to the next level.
All right.
Or
Felby
we're
the
somewhere else.
Fabulous looks miserable and very uncomfortable and unusually quiet. At one point,
Perfect.
Myrna tries to help him, and he refuses her help and trying to get through the bottom part of the statue. The figure that says Murok is just going to be the magic user. All right, and you make it down to the bottom, and once again, there's this long hallway that goes onto the edge of your light, and these thick spider webs that you all have now traveled through a couple of times. What do you all do, Seamus? And also, to be clear, I'll just, you let me know where you want to go, and we'll travel the full exploration distance, and then I'll describe the next one. That way we can,
Okay.
yeah.
light the bullseye lantern and shine it down the hallway to what looks to be north. And just go down the hallway to where the broken doors are.
I try to catch your attention, Will.
Mm-hmm.
Seamus, sorry. I go to Seamus that, do we want to bring up to the wizard about because there was some writing that we never had examined. Do we want them to look at that? Or we want to slide by that?
Which writing is this?
That was in
Maybe
the room
later.
With okay, let's remember that. In the room with the carpet.
The trap under the carpet or the pit.
Yeah. We kind of
Perhaps if
let
we
that
have
go.
time on the way out.
Yeah, we won't, but we can think about it for a future trip. Besides,
Okay.
I'd like to get the researcher to look at that more, actually, now that I think about it.
Okay, so you travel until you come to an intersection with a door to your left front that's been jammed open partially and smears on the floor. You hear a light gasp come from Falbay. And, of course, then you have a corridor to your right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. It's bridge. And so basically I'll, shine the torch around the corner and look. So I guess, yeah, over there, shine so I can look down the far hallway.
It looks like just the doorway being stuck and then darkness at the end of your lantern light. Same thing, portions of the wall and ceiling fallen in, spider webs, vacant hallways.
Yeah, the wedge door, go past that and start going down here towards where these guys said there was a lava room.
Okay, let me move everybody together here. I'm gonna move the smears out of the way.
All right.
We didn't have a thief with us last time, so this is good.
Yeah.
Okay.
One thought. Oh, go ahead, Dan. Go ahead, Ross.
The floor here seems to burn, although you feel no heat as you approach it. It looks like the entire floor is just magma and fire all around you. There are these ledges here. There's a short ledge here just on the other side of the door, and at the edge of your lantern light, I'll bring a lantern up if I can. This one right here. At the edge of your lantern light, you can see a ledge here, a little area above the magma fire here, and here there are these ledges. And then hanging from the ceiling is draping loops of chain all around you along the ceiling.
Can I ask one question before we get into decisions here about what to do? Is this lighting the room, Ross? And if so, would our lantern light, like we're only seeing a certain distance away, but can we see further because this magma is lighting the room?
My thought is that probably it would not light the room. It would create a glow down towards the floor, but it wouldn't actually be useful as like light, which sucks.
Okay.
Can you
I have
tell
a
us how
question
far the glow extends?
Huh?
Like, if we can see the floor glowing, we should be able to see how far the glow extends. Like
Yeah,
how big the
good
room
point. Yeah, you think that the room probably goes another 120 feet in the other direction, and from where you are to the other end, probably 120 feet
cavern.
diameter.
Wow.
Flanagan, didn't you prepare something to try?
Yeah, we had a little talk. Hey, Caden, who's going to watch the other someone should watch our back here, so who's going to watch our back?
Oh, I'll watch her back.
All right. So I'm going to take, so I wink at Alaric.
I'll light my lantern
Okay.
and point it the other way.
Okay. So I'm going to take my spear, turn it around to the handle side, and put it into the lava. I should have brought another spear. Oh well. What happens when I sink this into the lava?
It seems like liquid. You do a spear.
Yeah, the wooden end of the spear.
Oh, the wooden end.
Yeah.
Yeah, like not a long time or anything. He just wants to.
Yeah.
You poke it in at
wanna-
first, and then like
I want to see if I can watch it push in, see if it burns the edge, the end of the spear.
it seems like liquid. You can't find a bottom, and the wood catches fire.
Okay, I pull it out, and I walk quickly over to Caden and say, Caden.
Yeah.
And what do you see at the end of the spear?
What do I see?
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, you see that you mean the wooden end, right? Yeah, the wooden end of the spear has melted. It's caught fire and melted, and it's charred, and part of it's burned
well,
off.
that's a good thing to know. Well, I hated to lie to you, my friend, but it was had to keep that from you. We just wanted to see if there was a trick on our minds, like we were imagining that there was
Interesting.
lava that there isn't. So good to know. I don't want to stick my hand in there, and I don't think anybody else should. Even though it's
Wasn't
not
planning
giving,
on it.
it's not giving off heat, though, right?
From where you
Until get close.
are, you do not feel any heat.
Okay.
You
Oh,
told
yeah.
us that it was hot when we got closer toward it or something.
Can you hold your hand over it? I mean,
Yeah, you can feel the heat emanating.
Yeah.
So last time, 2 weeks ago, someone did ask to do that, and your hand was hot when you did that.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Mhm. Mm.
It must just not project very far.
So how about we have Seamus check the platforms on either side to make sure if they're safe standing
I'll
up.
check the platforms, poke them with my bastard sword to basically see, poke them hard to make sure they're not just going to crumble easily.
Is it like a ledge and there's fire beneath it?
You check around, Seamus, the platform with your sword, and you're absolutely certain that the platform is reliable and real. And it's not
All right.
hot. What were
How,
you saying,
how far below the
Caden?
platform? Go ahead.
Oh, I was asking if it was like a ledge and the lava part was beneath it, or if it's like a level with the floor.
The lava part's a little bit like below where the ledge is, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Seamus, for your information, we also did one thing 2 weeks ago. We threw a rock, a coin actually, onto that center thing, and it ping-ponged on it, so it appeared to, for us, believe that it's a real platform.
Platform, all right. Putting the sword away and handing the lantern to someone else, I'll step gingerly over to this ledge, getting ready to jump back if I have to.
Yeah.
All right, you step
Be
over the
careful up there.
ledge, and it's perfectly reliable, and it holds your weight. It seems like
So
it's made of stone.
creep along there and look, and this looks like it's about 10 to 15 feet to the next ledge.
Yes.
And go back and get the lantern and then shine the lantern towards that direction, towards the ledge and the other ledge.
Okay.
Right. Can you see further? All right.
We dangle poor Morrich.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm using him as a lantern, yeah.
Yeah, basically. Then do the same thing, checking this other platform, and then use the lantern over there to try to see if the platform's solid. Go back and get the lantern and try to open up to see. Yeah, there's more ledges on the.
Well,
I call out asking, do the ledges connect even with a very narrow thing? Not that I want us to try that. I just want to know if they connect or if they're, space in between them.
There is no ledge here, 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 or here. You
Okay.
see,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I can see it on the map, but I just just
No,
Basically,
yeah,
go
it
back-
doesn't connect.
yeah.
Yeah.
Go back
Not
to the
outside.
other ledge. Go back to the other ledge. Hand the fires. Are any of the chains hanging? Oh, what's happening? Oh, I'm trying to go through the wall. That's why it's getting mad at me. Any of the chains hanging here near here?
Yes. There are plenty of chains. You're confident
Alright.
that you could grab a chain and
Yeah.
attempt to swing. I will say that if a thief does it, it will be a dexterity saving throw. with a +2.
Oh wow.
Okay.
But that still gives a save or die situation.
It's a save or
and
die
it doesn't-
situation.
Maybe.
And it doesn't solve it for everyone anyway. So I don't want. I only want to see if there was a way we could figure out. So let me. Now I come out on the ledge, and I'm going to take my sack of flour, and I'm going to call Seamus over so I can hand him a second sack of flour. I brought 2, and we should start, throwing flour around the edges. See if there's any kind of walkway or bridge or something that's invisible.
All right.
And if we don't find anything, start throwing it. I'm going to start throwing it all around.
In the middle, yeah, all in the 5-foot squares around these 2 ledges. Yeah, try that. Basically, powder the lava.
Be careful. Some of it will explode. Some of it is going to go up pretty dramatically when it hits the lava.
Yeah, it could cause an explosion.
Oh, I mean, it won't
I'm not
unless
a
you
chemist.
upend the whole thing.
It's not a granary.
All right, Seamus.
It's just a handful.
When you and Alaric, you take the flour and you start kind of throwing it, you're able to use that to verify that there's not some kind of invisible platform or anything like that. The platforms are platforms. The magma is magma.
Okay, next.
I wonder if next time we should bring like some planks or something and make like a bridge.
Yeah,
It's
'cause
not a terrible idea.
Why don't we
7
look for secret doors?
That sounds reasonable.
Sure, where we
Let's
we
examine
put them.
Let's put 2
We can
people on
look
each
on the
side.
platforms. Yeah, we can look
Yeah,
on
on
the
the platform.
platforms, but I don't.
Somebody come with me on the north one. Somebody come with Seamus on the south one, and let's do a search there.
Before we go out, let's just tie ropes around everybody's waist, and the ones who aren't going out, hold on to these ropes just in case.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, that sounds sensible. I've brought 50 feet of rope.
I brought a 50. too.
Yeah, 50 feet of silk rope too.
Okay, Seamus. So
Silk rope.
you all are gonna have people connect you with ropes, and then people go out on the platforms and search for secret doors. That'll take that'll take a round, but everybody that goes out there can make a search check for secret doors.
And if there's a little passage around it, that would be amazing. I'll give you 10 gold pieces right now, Lark, if we find something here.
Yeah. Moment.
Let's see. I got a 4, so I'm thinking that's a no.
I gotta admit, you look pretty silly throwing flour all about. Never thought coming down and into a place like this, I'd be bringing baked goods.
We got a couple of the NPCs
I haven't baked
involved.
it yet.
Nothing but a big oven.
Okay, no one seems to find any secret doors.
Okay. Anything else that's funny, like inscriptions around the door, around the mantle? Is it like "Speak, friend, and enter"? Any kind of crap that might be a clue as to how. I mean, we're looking for secret stuff. We tried the dust. Is there anything that might be any kind of clue? Like,
Hmm?
wait,
Yeah.
is there a winch up or anything that we can pull down?
No, Yeah, you all find something. So when you're searching around near the doors and the wall, because everybody searched everywhere, is what I'm hearing you say, and you took a lot of time to do this. So you find that a portion of the stone is actually different than the others. It looks like that, like if a stone brick were like if it were like this, and then you had another brick and then a brick underneath it, right? One of the bricks has like this indent like that.
Okay. Is it on the north or on the south or in the middle?
It is
Or in the
just
hallway.
if you're facing the door, to the left of the door.
So on the Flanagan Alaric side. Well, I was already told not to press on anything, so I'm going to not do that.
Oh, so
It's
you're
on
saying
it's next to Gerald. Sir
right? And
Gerald.
it's not in the lava room. It's outside of the lava room.
It's inside of the room.
Inside. Okay.
Okay.
But you could like reach it from out. You could lean out the corner and like poke it.
Retrieve the lantern and shine it into this. I guess I don't know if it's like a recess or a defect in the stone wall.
I'm sorry, could you say that again? Sorry.
Shine the lantern very closely into whatever I guess it's a natural recess or a defect in the way the stones are put together.
When you closely examine it with the lantern light on it, you're certain that this is not a natural cleave in the rock or the stone. This is something that is there on purpose.
Yeah, this is made.
Maybe a button?
All right, let's go back in and see what we're gonna do, but not with all of us on ledges, in case that button is something that makes the ledges fall down.
Yeah, let's get
Well,
out
it's
of this
not really a
room.
button. It's just a recess, right? Is it
Oh, okay.
like
okay,
it's like I guess the stone is, it's not even with the other stones around it.
Yeah, what was? Can you describe it again, Ross?
Yeah, so like if they're the stones that build the wall are overlapping, like this, right?
Yeah.
Just imagine that one of the bricks has a portion that's just perfectly like that, then in the bottom left of it.
Whole, not a separate, different piece of stone.
No, it is like a separate piece of stone. Exactly.
Is it like
Oh,
a
so it's not-
Is it protruding or recessed or flat with the rest of it?
It's flush, but you can tell with the lantern light looking around that you don't see any place where it stopped. It looks like the gap is.
There's no
is
mortar around it.
Yeah, there's no mortar around it.
Well, I guess hand everything back to them and tie a rope around my waist and hand it over there. And here goes nothing.
No.
Hold on
Wait.
a sec.
Tie it. Let's see if we can somehow reach one of those chains and tie a rope to the chain and tie a rope to you, because that way if it falls down, you're suspended and we can try to get you back in, versus having to worry about you falling enough to get burned.
That's fair.
Nice one.
Well, if you yank me out quickly, hopefully I'll survive. But yes, okay, we'll try that. I guess.
We can have both ropes, one to pull you in, and then
I mean, I could
Prefer you keep
basically.
the limbs.
I could basically stand halfway in the doorway and then reach with my right arm to press if it is a button,
Yeah, okay, try that first before we do all the coke.
and just have somebody grab my left arm, getting ready to yank me back from the. I only weigh
It's on
like, I
Yankee
guess
duty.
Before you do this,
155 pounds. Yeah.
Before you do this, there's this hallway behind us, and for all we know, that button's gonna open doors to north and south, and demons are gonna pour out, or this whole floor is gonna fall down, or something. I wonder if we should spread backwards, at least have a few people further back in the hall here, or something.
I like this party is suitably paranoid. I like that.
Yeah.
Very good job
Yeah,
planning it. Let's spread out.
Yeah.
I'll still stand. I'll be the pull guy though, because I've been making.
Can I have a lantern?
Yeah. You have one. What I'll do is I'll just.
Okay.
And the reason I have it right here that you started a lantern. The reason I don't add one is it's one of the main reasons that the Roll20 lags is from the dynamic lighting.
so many lanterns.
Okay.
So I
Yeah,
try
so
to
you
keep it
have
to
light.
one. Yeah. But
Cool.
sorry, I know you couldn't see though, and here's
No, that's cool.
yeah.
So it'll
Makes
just
us
be
nervous.
me and Seamus near the door. Exactly. We're figuring the more it's dangerous, and then we should be on. Was this more than one door, or is this two doors? I don't remember if this was a two door. No, this was the one door. The other one was a two door. So yeah, just further away, wherever you guys think you should be. Watch. The only safe place is holding onto the manacle suspended in the air when you press that button.
Okay, who's pressing the button? Is it Alaric with a 10-foot pole?
No.
It'll be Seamus, and Alaric's going to try to pull me back in if it collapses the shelf
I'm going to
or
stay on
something.
the inside with my arm around Seamus's ready to
Left
yank.
arm, yeah.
I
Okay,
back up as far as I possibly can.
so Seamus, and you're using a 10-foot pole?
Oh no, I'm just going to
Just
use my
press it
right
back.
hand.
As soon as you press it, you hear a shudder and a noise, and there's a something that juts out and extends and retracts from underneath from directly underneath the where the door is.
Yeehaw.
The
That's
Death
cool.
Star.
And this like combination of the brass and metal things extends with this mechanism, and it goes over top of
Oh.
where this island is in the center.
So that thing is mostly metal. Well, I hope it's safe because it's going to get hot fairly soon and get uncomfortable.
I'm gonna throw the flour on it. I got flour.
It's real. Yeah. The flour was a copper.
I'm not
piece.
taking it home with me, so I'm using it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just think it's funny.
Whatever.
Well, I mean,
Make it a flatbread.
I mean, I guess I will. I think I can. And I assume there are chains still hanging over this bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Before you go any further, Will,
Uh-huh.
we don't know if this thing's going to retract on a timer or something. So has he taken his finger off of this?
Yes.
Okay, so we may be on a timer here.
Or actually, you tell me. I'm sorry. You let me know. Sorry about that.
Yeah. I was taking it off. Basically, I pressed it and moved quickly back into the doorway, thinking it might collapse.
How long did it take for it to go out? Was it like juk, 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 or was it like if this thing retracts at the same speed that it went out, what kind of trouble are we going to be in?
I'd say in between, like you could get away from it if it started retracting.
Took like 60 seconds
Maybe.
to reach out there.
Maybe not everybody should get on this, though.
No, and let's tie up.
Although we don't want to split up too much.
There are chains hanging above the walkway, right?
Yes.
Maybe
I'll
we should
grab
pull
the
on those
chains.
and just make sure they're sturdy.
I'll grab the chains as I walk across. I mean, no one's meant to live forever.
Okay.
Is there,
Seamus, when you walk across and hold the chains are sturdy, the walkway is sturdy, you're confident that neither seem to be giving, and you're able to walk across.
Seems
and
fine.
Hold yourself up with the chains.
Come in, the water's fine.
I'll light a torch over here. How warm is the ground here on this little island?
You don't feel any heat. This feels like a cold dungeon.
Where the ground here feels insulated from the whatever that liquid rock.
Ross, that was aspirational.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm there. It depends on if I do that or not. That's what I try to do.
Can I make
Wait,
a
what?
suggestion before you go any further? Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Ross,
I can hear you. I don't know if Seamus can hear you from there.
Ross, is it possible to thread a rope through manacles or the chain, chain links, so we could put a rope through each of these things as we go, and then tie it at the end, like
I love
Better
that.
yet,
That is
2
speaking
ropes.
like an engineer.
You can create a single rope belay line, but it's going to take time.
I
We
think we
can-
can do it.
We can do that
Well,
while we can, do a.
Yeah. 2 people can be working on that
Pipeline.
while the rest of us explore.
Doing that. While you're exploring, Flanagan will start he's looping it through, and he's going to tie tie a knot and then go through, tie a knot. So if the thing falls, he can at least hold on to that. It's going to make it easier to make our way across or whatever. Yeah.
I wonder how we progress from there.
This is
I
so
think-
sketchy.
Get there to look.
Yeah. So sketchy. So
Waiting
Flanagan's
for the-
across. Some people should definitely stay off of that island. Like Gerald.
Yeah.
Oh
are you
yeah.
two-
Interesting. Yeah, well, they're doing that, I guess. Let's see. Caden, what are you doing?
Caden, you were watching
I'm
the rear,
scared.
right?
Watching the rear?
Yeah, I'm still watching the rear with the other clerics.
Roll a
Gerald,
D6.
are you... Yeah, oh, whoops.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that goes way out. Scary.
5.
5. Okay. You hear squeaking noises at the end of your lantern light in the darkness.
Which direction?
Ooh. The other.
Yeah,
To Gerald. I mean, to Caden's east.
East.
this is for Caden. Yeah.
Hear squeaking noises, guys.
Like rat squeaking or mechanical squeaking?
It sounds like it's alive, I think.
Rodents of unusual size?
Did the churches make noise? Does it sound like those?
It does sound like rats.
Oh, rats, I guess.
Rats.
Okay, Why don't you all just Seamus and Alaric see what you can do
Yeah,
out there?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
we're working on searching. Gerald, what are you doing?
I am going to keep an eye on things from the rear, make sure nothing ambushes us. You said that, where's the squeaking coming from? From across the
Rear, from the rear.
Oh no,
The rear.
over
Yep.
to the east, the
okay.
dark.
In that case, I am going to ready a packet of rations to distract them with, throw some
Sure.
behind them, and while they are approaching and distracted by the rations, then I will start messing up the ones which still come to us.
Okay.
There are no rat men.
You see these gigantic rats.
Ooh.
They are
They are
probably
rodents, larger
the
size.
size of dogs, and they look like they're very hungry and starved. They're desperate for the taste of flesh and blood.
Hangry.
You toss your ration into the darkness, and they immediately scurry towards it and start fighting with each other, and that gives you a surprise round. They are, however, in the darkness now. Because you threw it, right? Or did you throw it
Yeah.
at them?
I threw it
Past them, I
past
heard
them,
you.
yeah.
Okay, so it's in the dark, yeah.
Is it time to do the thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring the guys back if we can.
Yeah, so, plans, stunts, tricks, Seamus, what's
Oh.
the...
Oh, so there. Oh, okay. So basically, you call back to us, or Gerald. Oh, there's rats.
Rats.
I'll basically,
Big ones.
I'll get angry and about the distraction. Alaric, go help them. I will continue the search.
Good thing. Yeah, keep doing the search.
Felby the
while they're
Fabulous is
doing
like, have no fear, this is exactly what I'm here for. And he starts to
I'll
cast a
start.
spell.
I'll start praying.
I will protect the wizard while he does the casting.
Okay. So
Oops, wrong.
you know what I'll do then? Oh, go ahead, Caden. Maybe. How do you want us to do this, Ross? So we're kind of doing initiative. I would love to know how you want to.
Well, it
Is it
depends on the
different-
plan first. So I'm,
Roll a d6, I guess, but to see if they go first or we go first, right?
But we're supposed to say what we're overall doing. So
Oh yeah.
we're going to form a line for sure, or we're going to charge them. Actually, it's either one. So what do you guys think you want to do? I just arrived there during the, I guess, the...
If you
Yeah.
guys get me light and pack me up, I think we should charge.
Okay. And
Okay.
what do you all think of me continuing to rope up this bridge, just so there's at least someone else with Seamus, in case something goes bad?
I mean, they're 5 rats. The worst they can do is
Yeah.
kill me and live in my skin.
I think we'll be fine.
Okay, then I'm going to stay back. I'm going to keep on roping up this bridge.
Yeah.
We can always
You
throw the
have the-
magic user at them.
You have the priest.
What's that, Will?
I said they have the priest. They'll be fine.
Yeah, go back there. I think we're good.
all right. So I want to make sure I understand the plan. So the people that are here are charging into the darkness into combat?
Well, not into the darkness. We're bringing light with us.
Yes. Okay. At this, Felba is like, "Whoa, wait!" And that's he's like, "But I have a trick," and but you can
Alright,
still
well.
do it.
Throw it.
No, pump the brakes. Let Philba do his thing.
I hope he doesn't shoot his trick that we're going to need later. Rats.
He's doing it
Oh,
now.
that'll be fine.
We might. He's
All right,
already
we hold our
triggered
position. Now hold my position.
Okay, he makes the sound of like a tiger roaring right here, and you hear scurrying and screaming as they flee off into the darkness.
Oh.
Okay.
I have a
Oh,
trick I
okay.
could use later if we need it.
That is loud, so I am also going to make a check.
Yes. The lion that brings in the dragon or whatever the hell that story is.
And he's like, "You see, many times I've had to use that trick." He's just speaking openly and loudly in the dungeon right now. Suddenly confident.
I generally pat him and say, that was good, but
That is not the worst we've seen.
As I continue to search around for anything or anything like hidden, basically unusual things on this little island, I'll yell back, and then it's like, throw a torch down or leave a torch down at the other hallway so you can see if they return.
I'll set up some candles.
Okay, Seamus, I'm going to put some lights here because I imagine you can do tricks with lights and things and lanterns and stuff to be able to see the rest of the chamber. So I'm going to put some lights around the room here, okay?
Cool beans.
You can see on the north side of the room that it simply terminates in a platform. You can see on the far west side of the room a door. Even from where you are, you can see that it has a similar type of recess. I want to note also that the recess, as soon as you pressed it, it took almost no pressure at all, and it seemed to go in of its own accord. You also see a
hydraulics.
You see a door to the south that has another thing in the wall similar to, same thing.
Who of you is the best shot with a bow?
Yes, let's do this.
I'm not a shot with a bow, but I'm willing to use my sling since those things don't cost me arrows.
I'm not bad.
Don't quibble over coppers when we will be getting platinum.
It's not coppers. We can't replace them. And we need them to kill things with later versus pressing a button.
Yeah, just start at it.
Yeah, I've got 40. I'm going to leave you and go into business selling them.
Anyone trying to hit the button? Is that what you are talking about?
I'm going to try to hit...
We're
is there a button on the
thinking
south
about
one too?
Yeah. There's a button in the south too.
Okay, I'll try to hit that one.
Okay, roll to hit. Seamus, while you're rolling that, Seamus, you said, is there anything odd about this platform? And there is...
on the island. Yeah, looking.
There is something odd about this island platform. It's obvious to you that at some point in the past, this platform was ruined. The stone has fallen apart. This whole platform, obviously it makes sense that it would have formed another hexagon kind of in the center of the room.
It used to be bigger.
Yeah.
That's not a great thing.
All right, let's get the button pressing as fast as we can then. Though this is the same shape it's been for a while.
Button pressers to the fore.
Yeah.
Can we have other people? Let's do this multiple. If of the people that are already out, not call more people out, but of the people that are already out, let's try that.
Well, I'll shoot an arrow just because funds.
Yeah. All right, let me look at the... I'm going to keep the armor class a secret.
Yeah, I rolled a 7, so I know I missed.
All right. Now, as far as firing again, I'll say you can fire as much as you want, but additional fire... And this represents like multiple attempts, okay? And you're not losing that many arrows, don't worry. But it's... Doing another attempt is going to be another round. But everybody can try.
That's why I've only rolled once.
Yeah.
I got a 13 on the first arrow, and I think I can shoot 2 in a round. But I don't know if I have to wait to see what...
Where are you all firing?
I'm shooting at the west doorway, or the west little niche, or button that we assume over by the east doorway. I'm sorry, west.
South, because if this hexagon is ruined, the only place where a bridge is going to extend to that's still remaining is the south door, it looks like. Or maybe it's too far over, I can't tell.
Maybe.
But it's the closest one, so I'm going to fire 2 shots on the south button, okay? Here we go.
Yeah, I would think it will be easier to hit if it's closer.
Oh yeah, and if you have a bow, you can fire twice. That's true too.
Yeah.
So you can do that.
So I got a 13 and I critted on the second shot.
That's a good...
Seamus, is that with a bow?
Yeah, it's with the short bow.
You aim your short bow, and you guys see this thing hit directly in the center of that tiny, just of this button that's this big across the room. Tink! Like right in the center, and it and slides, and then you have let's see here.
Must be a very stiff walkway.
Come on.
Seamus is the MVP.
Great shot.
There we go.
This guy. Wee, that's cool.
It's just a little bit
He's
off.
going to the west. He was doing the west walkway, weren't you?
Almost in your reach.
Wait, I'm sorry. Were you firing the west walkway?
I was doing the west wall. Yeah.
Okay.
Alaric was doing the south wall.
Yes, Alaric, the poor shot.
I was also doing the south wall, and
you just haven't fired yet, right?
Yes, I have. I hit armor class
Good.
17.
Oh, well, beautiful.
Nice.
Okay,
Oof.
you shoot at the west one and it extends and stops and just kind of hangs over top of the.
You were right,
Wow.
Flanagan.
And I'll kind of sigh.
I hit armor
That's not so
class
helpful.
17 on the south one, Ross.
Yeah, it doesn't hit. It hits like tink, like right next to it, and it looks like it hits, but it doesn't seem to be moving it.
Let's keep
All right.
going for that south
Better
one,
than
guys.
17. All right.
Yeah,
Next
wheel
round.
around and fire a couple more. Because I'm annoyed that the thing did a 9 and I missed twice.
Ooh.
I rolled a 2. I am so good at to hit.
No.
Yeah, I got a 9 and a 4. Hey, an 18.
What?
I hit armor class 20 on the last shot.
You hit an armor class 20?
Yeah.
Does not hit.
Damn it.
Was it a nat 20 or was it nat?
No.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, no, it does not hit.
Oh, so we need a nat 20 to hit these things.
Well, that's fine. I mean, I'll fire from a few more arrows.
It takes rounds,
Yeah,
but
why
yeah,
not?
that's cool.
So you've only done 2 rounds right now, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You did your stars. All right, I'll go for the 3rd round.
Yeah, 3rd round because, I got a natural 20 on the second
Single
arrow.
Nice.
All right, this guy is the man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got Robin Hood over here, and he hits the next button, and it extends. Let me fix this.
Have to get mad. So that's 6 arrows. Let's see, where's the character sheet?
Oh, God, this is amazing, you guys.
Yeah.
I hope
This
there's
thing
something good over
extends.
here.
Now, when this thing extends, okay, Seamus, there's a little gap here, but you can basically step right over that gap and step onto
I like
this.
that.
Yeah,
See,
but-
I don't want to say nothing, but I know that the guy who wrote this is all into tricks and traps and weird things you got to figure out. Puzzle. I'm sure there'll be a riddle or two coming up sooner or later.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So, I guess I'm the lightest, so I guess do the same thing we did last time
Okay,
and try to go across this.
seems to work the same way, using the chains and putting your weight on it. It seems to work just fine.
So do we all want to do this?
Yeah.
I guess I'll move off to the side and look at the door.
Seamus, do you want to take a poll and figure out what we all want to do before we continue any further?
Yeah, I guess I'll jab the shelf here with my great sword. I'm sorry, bastard sword before getting on it.
You verify that it is real, as far as you can tell.
The door. I assume there's a. So you said there's a door in the south wall. Does it have a handle or a latch?
Will, I wonder
Yeah.
if you just want to take a poll before you continue on your own and ask the whole group what we all want to do before.
Yeah,
we go.
that's a good thing because I figured if something bad happens, it'll just be me.
Well,
I mean,
that's all involved in the decisions, I think.
does anybody not want to go through it?
Yes. I guess.
I'm okay with moving forward into this thing. But
Yeah, me too.
do remember that
Everybody-
we need you to build consensus and do the thing. Like we're here.
Yes. Like yes. Do you all wish
That's what I'm here
to
for.
proceed?
Aye.
Seamus is smelling treasure.
This was put here for a reason.
Hopefully, the reason still exists.
Yeah.
So we're all going in. Seamus, you're up there, but let's just be clear on where everybody is, so that if people want to be up there with you, they can be. Like, does anybody else
Yes.
want to be there with Seamus?
I'm gonna back up Seamus. Again,
Let's,
I'm the one convincing people to come.
I guess,
here.
well, I guess we can poke around. Maybe one or two of you over here on the stone, and then, in case something comes out of the door.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I'll stay in the middle. I'll keep on roping up the. I'll keep on roping.
Walkway.
Yeah. While this is happening.
While they're doing it, I'll try and lean or kneel down next to the door and listen.
Sorry, before you continue, Will, again, I just, John, what do you want to be doing, just so we can be clear on, get everybody's voice in?
Oh, I'm good just watching the back right now.
Okay, thanks.
I'm
But
happy to.
I want to go through the door at some point.
I think
Same.
if we were to get on, when we decide to, when we get over across that bridge, I don't think we're gonna have to worry about the rats as much because they're not gonna make that jump.
That's
Right.
true.
Well, I'm gonna wait until everybody's
I don't
on
think
the
everybody
center
can
island
fit.
at least. Oh, on the center island?
Can everybody fit on Center Island? I don't...
Well, I mean, except for 3 of us.
So everybody could. An interesting thing here is that this is all kind of in a line, Caden. So it's like it's like this, and then this ledge is also like that. So between the bridge and the island, where is everybody? Just in terms of near, close, far. Who is like next to Seamus at the door versus I'm going to stay on the island versus I ain't coming anywhere near this. Just to make sure I understand where everybody's at.
Okay, so one at a time. I'll just say that Flanagan is on the bridge, roping, and then he'll stay on and then he'll work his way towards Seamus roping. So you can let me know as I'm progressing.
Okay.
I think Kate will be in the very back, but on the bridge there.
Okay. What about Gerald?
Gerald will probably go into the center of the bridge. Sorry, not the center of the bridge. The center island.
Okay.
He'll hang there.
All right.
And Caden is holding on to one of the chains.
Yeah, everybody's hanging on the chains. Everybody else is going to come up onto the island and.
Yeah, the clerics and Fanduel the Fabulous.
And we've confirmed that, Dan, you're cool with Alaric's up at the front, right?
Yep, that's where I'm at. I'm gonna be watching. As soon as he opens the door, I'll be protecting the door or whatever.
Yeah. As soon as people stop moving, I'll listen at the door.
Okay.
And see if there's anything to be heard.
Yeah. You don't hear anything at the door. The door itself is a heavy stone slab with a bevel. It seems like most of the doors are constructed in a similar way.
I'll slip out of the way and let Alaric, and I'll say, it looks heavy.
All right. Then I will attempt to open the door.
You open a stone door and you see a stone corridor like the others on this level. On the other side, it goes just. Hang on, let me. I think I never ended up changing this. So let me check it here. Let's see. It goes just 20 feet from the door to the far side of the wall, and then in key intersections left and right into a corridor. Seamus.
I'm gonna ask Seamus for a poll to test before we
Well,
walk.
basically, yeah, I'll hand you my bastard sword. Yeah, poke the floor. This works pretty well. It's not as heavy as a pole, but
Just want to check, our corner trap thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that right
Yeah.
as soon as you leave the ledge, because in case that first step is a killer.
yeah. Well, I just move up next to you and
You can do it.
poke
You can do
the
it.
floor. Yeah, poke the floor, or I'll move
You're
over
better
here
at that.
since the bed seems safe.
You
Poke the floor and try to see if it's firm.
all right. You don't. It's firm and.
And
Yeah.
step a line on there and stuff and see. Hopefully isn't in, lift the lantern up to show it looks safe, I'll say to Alaric, and I guess reach the hand through
All
it
right.
and basically make the
Looking-
safe sign.
Looking at the time, I call out to people. It looks like we've got another path down here. Why don't we work our way down here so we can move along before it gets too late?
Yep, let's go.
Okay, I'm happy to go forward. How far did I get that roped before this happened?
So I'll just say that since you mentioned it several times, you have a rope system that basically everyone can reliably use all the way. Do you have 2 ropes? Does the party have 2 ropes?
4, I believe. Maybe
Yeah,
5.
I've got
4 for
ropes
sure.
too.
Using
I've
2
got
ropes.
rope. I guess it's easier to say, who doesn't have rope?
Let's decide 2 people who are getting rid of their rope. So I'll get rid of one of mine. Who else wants to get rid of one?
I'll get rid of mine.
Okay.
Mine's silk, I want to keep it. It's
Mine's
special.
silk and I'm at the front, so I've been using it to tie him.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
All right, so
And now we're all moving
what are we
forward.
doing, Seamus?
Yeah, just wait until everybody's moving forward.
We got a left and a right.
Yeah. I guess bringing the lantern up here to the square.
Or is it left, right, forward? Yeah.
I guess
I'm just moving the tokens.
left and right. Bring
Oh,
Yeah,
left
bringing
and right.
left and right only. Bringing the bullseye lantern up, and I'll poke the square, I guess, ahead, the 2 squares in front of us.
Nothing seems to happen. Seems like, yeah.
Flip
I'm
her
gonna
to side.
poke and then bring the lantern over here to see,
Yeah.
look down. It's like, I see nothing. Do you have a light source, Alaric?
Can we
No.
just
Need somebody else with a light source.
Can we consult for 1
Either
minute?
of you.
Consult.
I have a light
So-
source.
One quick
Alright.
thought. It seems to me, looking at the map, that this one back to the east is going to head us back to behind the room with the carpet.
The trap?
Yeah, that sounds like a good way to go, I think.
Okay.
why don't we maybe just check it to the east, and then we know.
Yeah, let's see if
that's-
it connects, because that might be a secret door in that room.
Makes
Yeah.
sense to me.
And then we
Oh,
can
wait.
avoid, if there is, we can avoid that lava thing. Good idea.
Yeah, I'll wait at the corner until everybody's gathered.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. And do you want to check the corner using a 10-foot pole and all that stuff? Just for...
Yeah, all the corner squares, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Ooh, what happened?
Okay. Interesting.
So
I feel like. Go ahead.
Vertigo.
Once you come up to this corner, it's about... oh man, I need to watch this map. Let's see. It's about 20 feet from the corner to another door.
Okay.
What would you like to do, Flanagan?
I have this map out, and I think I would show you all the map, and I'll put up on Discord in a second. I'd say I think right through this wall to the east is where that carpet room.
I hope so.
Maybe
That's
we
it.
can have
Looks like-
somebody checking that while we look what's through the other door, which is obvious because of the time we're looking at now. We want to do 2 things at once, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think it's wise to split the party in that way. It's too easy to get
Well,
surprised.
it's okay. Well, basically, there's I think you're searching along this east wall at the same time someone can be listening at the door to
Yeah.
the south.
Okay. Let's see. Whoever is listening at the door can make a listen at door check. Actually, I'll do that.
That would be me. I hear things on a 1 and 3.
Gotcha. And then anyone searching the wall can make a search check on a d6 as well.
Yeah.
I'm
Dealing
staying
down
next
here.
to Seamus.
This will be just 1 round. And then, Seamus, you don't hear anything. And on the other side of the door, you're confident, you're certain, because you found a crack and you listen. It is dead silent on the other side.
I see, nothing, and I obviously no light coming under the door or a breeze or anything.
Yeah, no
Dead air.
breeze. It's it's dead
Yeah.
on the other side.
Yeah, and I'll just whisper back to Alaric, dead air behind this. No light, no breeze, no sound.
And I see Jay got a 6, Joe got a 3, John got a 2, and that's who's searching. All right, you all don't find any doors, any mural, any cracks, murals, nothing. Doesn't you're confident that this is just a wall?
And the wizard, did he try?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
I figured he'd be putting his nose in it.
I guess
Um,
2 clerics could try too.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'll do that.
They may have.
You're confident that it's just a wall.
Okay.
Yeah, they may have. The wizards
So-
used to having people for that.
You going?
So let's try that door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll step back and let one of the fighters try the door.
So who's going to do it? Flanagan will go beside you, Alaric, unless somebody else wants to go in.
Ranger.
Sure. I want to move it quickly, so I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Okay. I'm holding it
follow
as you do it.
You open up the door and you see a large chamber on the other side. It's a kind of octagonal or hexagonal in shape, as the walls kind of are concave. They stretch out left and right into the darkness. At the edge of your darkness, you see an open room. I'll bring a lantern in here. The room continues on for 10, 20, 30, about 50 feet from north to south, and it's about 30 or 40 feet east to west. Inside of the room, you can see the following things. 3 sarcophagi. You can see that 2... Let's see.
Burial tomb! Yes!
All of the sarcophagi are sealed. This sarcophagi has a skeleton at the base of it.
Okay.
Oh no, it's vampires.
Will, do you want to poll us all, or just why don't we think about?
Yes, I'll just wait until you. Yeah, I mean, what do you all want to do? Let's see. Go back to the. Oh, I got the map up, so I can't see your names. Alaric, what do you want to do
Well,
next?
this is exactly what I was hoping. Well, not sarcophagi, but I was hoping for a secret-looking place where there might be treasure. Bodies are buried with treasure.
Yes, you're very eager.
Yes, I'm eager.
Flanagan.
What would you like to do, Dad?
Well, what I meant is, let's find out what's there.
Okay.
First, we're going to look at the dead body in case it's an adventurer that looks like was, killed by touching the thing.
Okay, I'll just Flanagan would like to stand in the middle of the room with a torch and just watch over as whatever other people are going to do.
Okay.
Caden? Brother Caden?
I don't want to touch the sarcophagi, but I will stand here and support with a torch.
Sir Gerald?
Alrighty. I think we should open the sarcophagi, but one at a time.
Yeah.
Seamus will say, exactly! That's what I was waiting to hear, and he moves up to the sarcophagi with the skeleton.
I'll back you up.
He's a troublemaker. Oh, there's something...
Oh, there's more down there.
What's
And on
the
the other
red
side.
dot?
Let me move this.
Blood.
Sorry, I just have to pan the camera just for my thing over here.
Yep.
When you look at the top of the sarcophagus, you see that it has set within the top of it a single ruby on the lid.
Oh God.
Yes, Seamus's eyes glow with avarice. That looks valuable.
I'm collecting to build something, so that's good.
Yeah.
We all need money.
Yeah, pull it out.
Well, I went to check it for traps first. What else would you all like to do? Flanagan?
I was thinking I'll stay in the middle. I'd love to move further down here so I can just get a light on the bottom south and west corners and ask the clerics to get their holy symbols ready in case something jumps out of these tombs.
Oh yeah, mine's ready.
Blythen is
Didn't that
really
wizard
gripping
guy
her
say he's
mace.
good with...
Oh, this is
good with
awesome.
Undead. He's got something for undead protection.
Yes, a Farlingang.
I do have a scroll protection against evil, but
Well, let's not burn that right now.
okay.
Felbia the Fabulous, you may be forced to earn your share here shortly.
Come on. Oh, gosh. Okay.
Sir Gerald, where are you going to be while Flanagan is showing the light there and Seamus is looking for traps on this sarcophagi?
I will keep a step back while looking for traps, but when you're about to actually open the thing, then I will be close in case something horrible leaps out of it.
Alaric?
I am right alongside the sarcophagus, waiting to on the side that I don't know, it depends on if it's tilting up or whatever. I'm going to be on the side that looks like you'll see the opening first, just in case that something's in it.
Yeah. And Caden, you're
pretend I'm
guarding
on
one of
that
the
side.
other sarcophagi? Alright. I'll look at this and basically look for traps, but also just look to see if there's any peculiar markings or ruins on top of the sarcophagi.
On the sarcophagi, you see that it has filigree and carvings similar to the mouth of the entrance. These demon-headed faces and skulls and things like that.
No guilt.
Yeah. What ugly fellows. Oh, yeah, delicate traps. Yeah,
I
15%.
call out to Caden. Caden, this has unholy words on it.
I
I'll
don't
look.
think I can read those.
I'll look
Well,
at
I'm not asking you to read them,
15.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to look at. I'll tell this whatever the people nearby. I want to look at all of them to see if they're all the same or if there's a pattern or some clue, just in case.
I will
So
follow
basic-
along with you.
Yeah. So basically, go and look at the different lids to see if they're all carved in the same way or if there's some hint.
So I just want to make sure I understand. You're looking at the sarcophagi.
Looking at sarcophagi lids, looking at all 3 lids, not touching yet. But
You look
just
at all the
looking to see-
sarcophagi, and they are identical.
Identical, so no differences. Okay. I guess go back to the one that we started with and look for traps, a big fat whip 15%, so you can roll that for me, Ross. I'm ultra confident that if there's anyone, I would find it.
Oh, yeah, I'm certain.
You
don't find any traps.
Fortunately, it's not trapped. Does anyone have I pull a crowbar out of my bag that I carry, my throwaway bag, or I guess you'd say my runaway bag, in case I need to run away. The cheap stuff's in this bag.
I have one too. If
And
anybody needs it.
Yeah, if you
one
could
too.
help me to lever this up, two of us with crowbars and the other 2 with swords.
I'll be
you
So-
sword.
I'll
I
get
don't
on the
know that.
head end.
Before you do,
Before we commit to opening this, who has light and who's holding a light source?
I guess I'll set one down. I guess next to the sarcophagus, or if there's are there any niches in the wall, Ross, to set them in?
You can find a place to put a light source.
Yeah, put it. Yeah, set that down so that I can get out the put away the
before you
bastard
do
sword. Yeah.
Go ahead, John.
Oh,
Actually,
Well, I was gonna ask if anybody's looked at that corpse yet.
oh yeah.
Actually, we haven't.
Caden, do you look at the corpse?
Well, it's kind of on the other side, but
I mean, it's just a few feet.
yeah, okay, yeah.
You go over and you take a look at the corpse, and you see that the corpse appears as if a portion. So it's a portion of it is this skeleton. It looks like it's been like in pain, and then a portion of it has actually turned to dust all the way down its arm, and then a portion of its leg. And then in other parts, the bone is more decayed than the other side.
Oh, that's concerning.
Bad sign.
Is there
Is
any
there
way we
any-
can open this from afar?
Sure, you could use a pole, rope, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
2 questions
Oh,
before.
if you really want to, I'll look above and see if is it a stone ceiling.
Yes.
If you want to find some corners of blocks, I have some block and tackle in my runaway bag, and we can try to pound a spike or something into the ceiling to hold block and tackle, and we can sort of try to rope around it. But I don't know if we can get the rope around the lid enough in order to lift it with the block and tackle.
That will
Can I
take
ask
3
some
rounds.
questions
Go
before
ahead.
we continue with that? One is, does that skeleton have any gear on it, Ross?
It looks like it did, but the gear has been ruined and destroyed. But yes.
Okay. Secondly, I think I'd like to suggest that we also spike open the door before we pull off the lid, just in case.
Good idea.
Good
I'll
idea.
do that.
Everyone's coming up with good ideas.
I'll
Okay, so
give
Especially
you one of,
Flanagan here. He's paranoid. I like him.
give you one of my spikes with the baby sock on the end of it.
I've got lots of them. Don't worry about it.
If
Oh,
you
right.
wanna-
I'm sneaking.
If you want to connect a rope to the lid
Spikes.
and then just pull it from a distance, you can do that, and it'll take a round. And then I got-
Let's do
Let's
that
do that.
because it's quicker.
you pull and you and it makes a loud noise.
Days.
And then the lid slides to the ground, and other than the dust being kicked up and the noise, nothing seems to happen.
I
Well,
walk
that's good.
closer to it to look.
You look inside, and it appears to be empty except for dust and cobwebs.
Aha!
Yay.
All right, let's quickly move to the next one.
Yeah, I'll take
Right.
the.
We can
While they're
always
doing
check
that,
it again later.
I'll take the
This is
dagger
a-
and try to pry out the
This-
ruby.
Oh yeah, don't forget that.
Okay. Well, do you want to wait and do the rubies after we try the lids? No. Okay.
No, because we may run out of time. We want to make sure we get away with treasure.
You're confident
Yeah.
that the ruby is probably, and you pop it out, and it's at least 250 gold pieces.
Oh wow, this is expensive. So yeah, I'll sigh and make sure that gets written down, and then.
Okay, are you using the same tactic on the other lid? 2, 3, 4, 5.
Anybody want to change the tactics, Alaric?
I just think that the one, this person might have touched this one, and this happened. The other two may not have been activated yet, so the other two might be the two dangerous ones, right?
That's
But
possible.
so using the rope is a good idea for sure. My thought with the rubies, Dan, was that like peeling it off might invite some kind of protective guardian.
Oh, I get it. I get it. I'm just looking at the time, 11:10, so that's why I'm making sure we don't lose the treasure.
Yeah.
I mean,
The treasure might come with a demon, right?
Sure.
Seamus just acted out of greed.
Oh, good. Then we can kill it if it's a demon.
Yeah.
Good experience on demons.
There we go. The door spiked open. We're going to
Confident.
block and tackle. Which one, the south or the east one, guys?
Let's try the east one, and we'll save the south one. That might be the big bad.
Okay. You connected the rope to the east one, and it slides off, and it makes a bunch of noise. Dust flowers up from this, blossoms up from the where it impacts the ground.
I look inside,
Okay.
holding my breath.
Alaric, you go up to look inside of it. You see a skeleton wearing rusted chainmail and a glittering sword that, despite all of this time, still seems to be in perfect condition.
Ooh. First
And-
magic weapon.
Fancy.
Shiny sword.
Sorry, Ross, I interrupted you.
No, it's okay. Alaric, do you take the sword?
I first described the sword, and what else is in there? A skeleton holding a sword?
That's
or-
it.
That's it. Well, we know that something's bad going to happen right now, but we
Yeah.
really want this, don't we? And since
Yes.
I'm a
Yeah.
fighter,
I'm gonna
invested
hide
in
around
it.
I'm gonna hide around the corner and while they're doing that.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, Alaric,
Gerald, are you gonna?
Alaric, did you take the sword? I just want to make
No,
sure I
I still-
understand.
I know I'm saying we're invested in this, the fighters. So I think we're going to try for it. So let's all set up for whatever's going to happen to me when I try for it.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm ready.
everybody move their miniature where you want to be.
All right.
Well, tell you what, before you take it, then let's
Yeah.
peel this ruby off.
Oh, yes.
That's
Okay.
right.
Well,
Okay.
I just want to make sure I understand. Alaric, did you take the sword? I just want to make
No,
sure.
I have
Not
not
yet.
taken the sword.
yet.
I'm saying
Yeah,
I'm
we're-
going to take the sword.
You're,
Everyone,
okay, I got you. Okay. So you're
we're-
leaning over the sarcophagus and you're looking. You're all talking about it. Go do this. Go do that.
I'm not
and all this
leaning
kind of
while we're
stuff.
talking. I just looked, and then I'm.
And you're but you did not take the sword. And then you
No.
you realize, like in the lantern light, that you're everyone's moving and their shadows move. And you realize that as you're gesticulating and talking, your shadow has not been moving. And then you look back and your shadow just like reaches up.
I reach for the sword.
You reach for the sword?
Yes.
Okay, you can take the sword.
If I'm going to be attacked, I reach for that sword.
Fair enough.
That was effing awesome.
Yeah.
That's looks
Oh
bad.
no, that's not good. That's demon.
Okay, you definitely do not have the ruby, and suddenly your shadow. I don't think you have time to make a plan. I think Alaric, you can roll a d6 for surprise. This thing is not surprised.
Pretty sure we
Being
are.
away the entire time.
All right, and then Alaric, you can roll a d6 for initiative.
I feel pretty surprised.
Yeah.
What'd you
Three.
get? You got a 3. All right. Let's see, and it gets a 6. Okay, so
Oh well.
Oh no.
it is.
We're boned.
Is it? The clerics are like immediately you hear Blathen yell, "An abomination!" And she raises her
they're
holy
gonna be
symbol. They all like raise their weapons and everything. They're gonna use spells. The clerics or the magic user is gonna attempt a spell, and then Anyone moving or firing a missile can attempt to do so. If you fire a missile at it, you have a chance of hitting Alaric. Go ahead and
Does
do
it
that.
look alive or undead or?
It looks like his shadow is moving to try to kill him.
Ah,
It's
okay.
Alaric's evil twin.
Okay, so just to be clear again, Ross, how would you like us to do this? So we're in missile and movement.
So if
You
you're
want,
moving, you can go ahead and move your token. You can just do it now.
Okay.
If you're firing a missile, just don't do it because you can hit Alaric, and that's not cool.
Well, yeah. Friendly fire.
Yeah. All right. So everybody's moved. If you plan to try to strike it, you can roll to hit and roll for damage. Doesn't look like anybody's near it except Alaric, though.
Oh, joy. All right.
Wait,
I'm gonna
actually, I'm
take
sorry.
the
This thing goes first on the melee
yeah.
turn.
Yeah.
A 14.
By the way, did anything happen to me when I grabbed that sword?
You just got a sword. 14.
You got a
Yeah,
sword.
I didn't burn my hand or anything. Good. All right.
Yeah, does a 14 hit?
Probably, because I think I have a 13 or a 14. Let me see. All right, it's been a while. Jeez, where the hell is AC? Oh, yeah,
Armor you
14
got.
is exactly my AC. Yep, you hit.
Okay. All right. You take 2 points of damage and you lose 1 strength as you feel yourself becoming weaker.
Oh no.
Oh, shit.
And if you're going to try to hit it, you can try to do so.
Okay, trying now.
No one else wants to try to hit it? That misses. All right, and
I'm
then
I'm going to try to sneak up. If that requires me to use the round to sneak behind it, I will use a round to sneak behind it.
And the cleric, you're getting.
since it's in combat, I think that they're in melee, so you can sneak around behind it during the movement phase, and you can try to attack it during melee phase.
I'll do that and try to
roll to hit and for damage. What were you saying, John?
The clerics are casting.
Well, we'll see what he does with his melee attack.
I think that resolves in the end. I only got a 12 to hit, even with the backstab bonus. So.
12 hits.
Okay, and let's see, 2D.
And your weapon,
backstab, right?
and your weapon seems to do nothing. As you just
wow.
try to slash through the air.
Nothing.
You slash through the air, and it's just a shadow.
So,
Meanwhile, the
Alec,
clerics, they are going to try to turn the undead, and 2 of them are going to try to do that.
Alec, here's a real quiet uh-oh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, your sword, Dan, might be the only thing.
Yeah, the clerics.
Is that
The power of God compels it.
2d10. Okay. So the level 1 cleric is going to be like, "Be gone, abomination of chaos!" And she's holds her holy symbol up, and nothing seems to happen at all.
God bless her soul.
Is it too late for me to try pet too?
Yeah, you can try to do that if you want.
Now, Caden, I count on Caden. He's going to do it.
Come on, buddy.
Who's the thing?
Oh wow.
Nice.
Yeah, that's Caden, baby.
No, that's somebody else. But go ahead, Caden.
Oh.
2d10.
Nope.
I'm level 3 as well.
You're level 3. You got an 8. You hold up. What do you say? Is you try to hold up your holy symbol?
Be gone, foul shadow.
Yeah, you say that, and then nothing seems to be happening, and then Myrna, she just holds her hands up in prayer with the holy symbol in one hand, and she starts speaking the language of light in a sonorous fashion, and this thing screeches when it's exposed to the holy language of light, and it flees into the wall.
Yeah.
Ooh.
She got a 16.
Nice.
Oh, good job.
Yeah.
That's what she needed. Maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
That was scary.
Yeah.
That was very scary.
Okay.
At this point, Gerald has just finished getting his torch lit because he was going to try and poke it with
Use
fire.
the fire. Yeah.
Grab the gem, quick.
Yeah,
Okay.
Seamus is on that. You levered the gem out of there.
I'll grab the south gem.
Should we leave before it comes back? I'll look at the
Oh, there's
cleric.
another sarcophagus.
I'll look at the big cleric and say, how long will it leave for?
And now you hear, as he says that, you hear, Seamus, you can roll a d6 as you hear something.
Okay. 2.
2. Let me see what the... Okay. And... this noise and commotion seems to have drawn the attention of something.
Yeah, there's a lot of screaming
on the other side of
Something's
this door.
coming. And I'll hide right here. Everybody,
To the north.
let's see, everybody. Alaric, what are you doing? You've got one
ducking
action.
behind the sarcophagus on the south side of the sarcophagus to try to get, not seen from the door
Cover.
with a sword in hand.
Flanagan.
I am running to the south and peeling off that last ruby.
Okay, you get the last ruby, so you have both rubies.
That's the spirit.
Open the sarcophagus.
Sir
going-
Gerald.
I am going to ditch my torch to the north and tuck myself into this little niche here.
And
To
brother. Yeah.
West niche.
But yeah, that
Make a
Yeah.
line of clerics.
brother Caden.
I think we're gonna make a line here of clerics, and if it's maybe we can make it flee.
I don't know.
Okay.
This looks like it might be something else.
We're good. We're good.
And-
They,
NPCs, what do you want to do?
yeah, so you form this line of holy warriors, and they're all gonna try to banish these creatures.
It's the Restless Dead.
I did the Peanuts voice for the NPCs.
And they do is they call out. Now this creates more noise, but they call out, "Light banish you back into the other world from where you came." And Myrna seems to have, come into her own now, having been afraid of what she's seen, and you all manage to they obey your commands and flee back into the darkness.
Nice. All right, let's get this thing open. Shouts Flanagan. Get
Oh,
that block and
use
tap.
the rope again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Use the rope again.
You pull this one off. That makes noise as well. Oh.
Shit.
Ooh,
And
Brought that rug with us.
Dan's sweating looking at the clock, right, Dan?
I'm just trying to beat the clock.
Yeah.
I know you are. It's like a freaking game show in here.
at this
Money
point,
in our hands.
you hear more of these things, but they're echoing further down the halls as you're, you can hear one another breathing in the stale air and the dust that's floating up, and you're not sure when the shadow is going to come back. And you pull the sarcophagus lid off, and somebody's popping the ruby out, and Flanagan is, and inside of the sarcophagus is another skeleton, simply in its chest holding a silver goblet.
I just snatch it.
All right. It looks like it's worth at least 100 gold pieces.
right.
As you flee back into the dark with the voices of things and, echoing down the corridors, eventually you're able to make it back home.
Good one.
And we didn't even check the other passageway.
That was a close one.
There could be something good there too. Just remember,
Could
Yeah.
be, yeah. Great.
because it's on the other side of the
that was
lava.
really fun.
Alaric,
Lots of puzzling.
yeah, you now have Alaric, the first or the second magical sword in the campaign ever in 2 years. And
Wow.
the first magic sword of Rappan Athuk. You could also kind of have it identified if you wanted, if you paid somebody to figure out whose it is and what this is. But it
Hey,
is a
we've got-
plus
we-
one sword.